So I'm going to show you exactly how we fulfill $10,000 pay in full YouTube clients. No BS at all. I'm going to get straight to the point and give you the overview exactly how we do it. With our industry, the ROI can be massive and YouTube always brings in the most high quality clients, but it is probably one of the most difficult services to actually fulfill for because a lot of it relies on video content, and getting your clients to film videos can either be a struggle if you're not with them in person, or you don't know the tools to be able to make AI UGC content or UGC content in general, which can benefit you a lot with your YouTube service. So let's dive in. Right after you close the client, you want to send over the welcome email. You want to schedule the kickoff meeting and auto place the client in your task management software and start that pre-onboarding process. This is pretty standard, but essentially with the entire onboarding email, what you're going to try to do is get them to give you access to the Google Ads account and their YouTube channel beforehand by sending them the instructions. Some clients won't do this and you're just going to have to wait until the kickoff meeting to do it live. But to be able to try to do that before the kickoff meeting anyways is going to be super beneficial and save you a lot of time. You eventually want something like ClickUp, Monday.com, UseMotion, or even Notion, whatever you use for task management, to make some type of onboarding board like this, where whenever someone signs up and you get them closed, it's automatically going to bring them into a column like this for kickoff booked. They're going to have pre-onboarding, images created, landing page built, video ads, all that good stuff, whatever you need for the onboarding process. You should have it structured out and automated right after they close from the call. So for the kickoff meeting and the onboarding, you just want to make sure that you actually automate as much as possible in the onboarding process. This is going to save you a lot of time and a lot of time going forward if you keep on signing new clients and you're not taking those 2-3 hours every time for each client to onboard them. So you can use make.com with Go High Level or Pabbly with Go High Level, set up their whole sub account, put in the custom values, have the automations templated out and the custom values within it. It's going to be super easy, but just make sure you try to automate that as much as possible. I have another video if you want to learn more about that. But essentially, SOP your entire kickoff meeting structure. So the kickoff meeting, like I mentioned, if they did not give you access during that initial email, then you can go in here and get the access on the call, but don't treat it as just a getting access call. Treat it as a full welcome call. Show them results, show them how to get the best results, what filming studio they should set up for themselves, what to order from Amazon, all these different aspects that will allow them to get success future in the later. All these aspects that's going to allow them to get more results later on. You want to just bring it up all on this kickoff meeting, and you want to make sure you onboard them within 7 days. Now, it's a little bit hard when you're running a YouTube service because a lot of it, again, relies on the client filming the videos. But you want to pressure them to say like, hey, in the next 7 days, I would love for you to film at least these 1 to 3 video scripts that I'm going to be sending over. And if not, it's obviously going to delay the process, but at least you can have everything built within 7 days through Go High Level, make.com, whatever other softwares you use to actually fulfill for your clients. So when launching for YouTube, the first thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is create all the tailored video scripts. You're going to want to make sure you have at least 2 to 4 core offers for your agency and your service. So for example, for us in real estate, we have 4 main core offers that we will be running on YouTube. And the different offers maybe will work in different areas and it depends where the client is at. But we know we have those 1 to 4 core offers that will work eventually. So you want to make sure at least you have those down pat and know which ones you're going to go after. For us, it's like a home evaluation campaign for sellers on YouTube. For you, it might be a little bit different, but you want to create custom tailored video scripts. So I'm going to put a document in the description that essentially has the best prompt I've ever used for creating YouTube video ads. All you're gonna have to do is just customize this prompt towards your niche and again, your offers. But essentially this will give 3 hooks and multiple different angles of a certain offer for your niche. So this way you're gonna have multiple variations to the videos that you can run because there's multiple hooks for each marketing angle that you're targeting. So I'll give you that prompt in the description below. But essentially you want to build out custom built landing pages through Go High Level. You can use other softwares you really want, but to keep it simple, just use Go High Level. Make it so you have a strong headline, sub-headline that explains the offer a little bit more, and then right there you have the survey or form to get either the lead magnet or the book a discovery call, whatever offer you have right underneath. And then underneath that, just testimonials. That's the only structure you need for YouTube. A lot of people try to complicate it way too much, but it's just headline, sub-headline, surveyor form, testimonials, and then sub-branding if you'd like with the colors, logos, all that good stuff. But don't complicate it too much. So at the start, you want to launch with at least 3 to 5 video ads to test. And essentially the structure that you're going to want to use is one campaign and then one ad set per marketing angle, and just keep it as condensed as possible. So if you're at a $30 or $50 a day budget, you want to be running 2 to 3 ad groups maximum. And those 2 to 3 ad groups should only have one ad underneath each. So that way you're actually properly testing the different marketing angles. And essentially what you want to do is start with a custom audience just to be able to train YouTube of who you're trying to target. Put in the custom audience segments for people searching up keywords on Google. And then once you're running that for like a week and you can see what the results are, at least if you're getting some clicks, you can eventually switch to the interest audiences based on your niche. But essentially you want to start off with custom audiences to build that data, and I'll explain a little bit more about the actual campaign setup as well. Now, like I mentioned earlier on in the video, there's going to be people that it's a big bottleneck for them filming the videos. Either they're delayed with it, they don't like filming, it takes too much time, whatever it may be. That's where you can look into services like HeyGen to create an AI clone of your client to be able to mass produce videos. If you do this properly and use 11 Labs for the voice, you can get it down pretty good to actually sound and look like your client. It's going to take a little bit of work, and a little bit more money to actually fulfill for. But again, if you're facing a lot of bottlenecks with your clients filming videos, you can always use HeyGen or just get UGC videos if needed. So you can go on Fiverr, you can go on Upwork, try to find UGC creators that would fit your niche and your match, and you can use them on the videos as UGC. The only thing is when you're using these AI videos or the UGC videos, I don't always recommend them, because if you can actually get real videos from your customers that are on camera and you edit them well, it's always going to perform way better in terms of getting a better quality candidate and lead from the campaign. But again, if you just need videos, you can always go the AI or UGC direction. The biggest thing with YouTube as well is a lot of people try to target way too much for the budget that they have. For example, they're running a $30 a day campaign and they're trying to target all of the United States all underneath one niche. That is never going to work. You're never going to get good results from it. When you're running a lower budget, which most people are for their home service-based businesses or whatever local businesses they're helping out with, you want to make sure that you're super niche. For example, if we're running a seller ad, we're running it into a specific area. I will ChatGPT the top postal codes in their city that is most likely to perform for my campaign. I take those 5 postal codes, which is maybe a 600,000 population or 1 million reach audience, and I run the $30 campaign with those ads only. And that way it's just ultra specific and ultra niche to that area, and you have way more authority and more likely for your campaign to perform. A lot of people go way too broad, so keep this in mind if you're running a lower budget, to keep everything super niche and make sure that your landing page headline directly relates to the video that you're running on YouTube to help with the opt-in rates, and again, just quality overall for leads coming in. For ongoing management, once you have that original campaign set up, you have the budget set, you have the geographic settings, you're targeting a custom audience or interest audiences later on, you want to make sure that you have good management going forward. So defining your KPIs for your niche. Again, for us on the seller side for YouTube on the real estate niche, it's around $50 to even $80 for a cost per lead. Now it is a little bit more expensive, but it's going to depend on your niche of what you're exactly targeting for. And make sure that you just have these KPIs in mind so you know when to shut off an ad or to test more ads. For example, since our cost per lead on YouTube is around $50, and that's the target cost per lead we're aiming for, I'm gonna let that ad spend up to $100 before shutting that off. I wanna make it that I spend at least 2 times my target KPI, and that's when I'll know whether to shut it off or keep it going, increase the budget, whatever it may be. And YouTube, compared to Meta, takes a lot more time to actually test and build data. So I would leave it for at least 1 to 2 weeks before you can actually analyze the data and see what's working and what's not working. Ongoing, you always want to have those bi-weekly catch-up calls set up with your clients so you can always go over new scripts that you're sending out, making sure that they're filming these videos, keeping them accountable, checking in with the lead quality, how they're calling them, or if you have your internal ISAs calling them or appointment setters, give them an update on how that's going, just what the quality is overall. If you get the targeting right on YouTube, the quality is going to be 10 times better than Meta. You just need to make sure that you're targeting properly, the messaging on the video aligns to the landing page, and it kind of all correlates together. Now, once you have the campaign set up and you have the videos running and you have a good process of you sending new scripts every 2 weeks, the clients are filming the videos, you're ultra specific, you're building authority in a certain area for a certain niche. Once that's covered, you want to make sure your backend process is extremely dialed. So to go high-level automations, make sure you're collecting their name and email, and you're messaging them as soon as possible with the value piece that you are offering in the video, and you want to make sure they get that instantly, because this is also, like I mentioned, the highest quality leads that you can get from any other advertising campaign. So you want to make sure that the entire process is as frictionless as possible and that you're speaking to this person as soon as possible. Speed to lead setup, lead magnets with emails and initial text. You just want to get to this lead, nurture them, and show the value because they already have intent. It's just about you reaching out to them and getting them on the phone or getting them in person for an appointment. I always recommend just really dialing in the calling scripts that you're going to be using for the appointment setting for calling these leads. Even if your client is calling, still send them scripts to kind of know what to ask for. For example, if you're offering a lead magnet like a free home seller's guide, you want to have that script of you asking them if they've read through the guide, if they have any questions, and really build that rapport. Because again, that's the highest quality lead, and you need to build that relationship with this lead to be able to get them converted. So make sure to create custom calling scripts and convert these leads to appointments. This is an overview of the entire process of what we do for YouTube. If you want to see the actual specific systems, campaigns, video ads, all the creation that we have, you can always join Off Campus, which is essentially the entire program that we have to be able to copy and paste what we have in our agency to your agency and get to over 30K a month. Not only do we go over fulfillment, we go over sales, acquisition, cold outreach, paid ads, all the good stuff you're going to need to be able to scale your agency. So if you're interested, I will put a link in the bio to be able to join. Other than that, let me know if you have any questions about your YouTube service, and hopefully I can help, because this is something that we are massively pushing into the next year, is to go full on YouTube. Still have Meta for its own use case, but nothing will be able to beat YouTube in these next 6 months. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.